Good morning, all. Welcome to mathematics class of grade 8, and this is my lecture number 4 of chapter number 2, linear equations in one variable. So, dear children, let us see now the topics which I am going to cover in this lecture number 4. So, in this lecture number 4, first of all, we shall recapitulate the concept of solving equations in which the variables are present on both the sides. After that, I will discuss some more word problems, that is a part of applications of linear equations in one variable. Then I shall discuss NCERT exercise 2.3 questions. After that, I am going to discuss the homework solutions of exercise 2.2. So, dear children, these are the topics which I am going to cover in this lecture number 4. So, let us get started first of all with the recapitulation of the concept of solving equations having the variables on both the sides. Now, let us recapitulate with the help of few examples. The very first example I am taking is solve the following equations and check the solutions. We are supposed to solve the equations and we are supposed to verify whether our answer is correct or not. So, first example I am taking is, it is 5 minus 3 bracket 5x plus 2, that is equal to 4, 7 minus 3x plus 1. This complete is our right hand side and this is our left hand side. So, I am solving it. So, it will be 5 minus, this 3 is to be multiplied by 5x. So, it will be 3 into 5x, that will be 15x. Now, this minus 3 is to be multiplied by 2. So, it will be minus 6. Now, I am solving the right hand side. 4 is to be multiplied by 7, that is to be 28, minus 4 is to be multiplied by 3x, that is equal to 12x plus 1. Dear children, I have not multiplied this 1 by 4 because only 7 and minus 3x are inside the bracket. This plus 1 is outside the bracket, so it will remain plus 1. Now, I am shifting rest of the terms apart from this variable term to the right hand side. So, I am keeping minus 15x or the variable term on the left hand side. Now, here also on the right hand side I have minus 12x. When it will be transposed to the left hand side, it will be plus 12x. Now, on the right hand side I am having 28 plus 1, that is 29. This minus x, when it will be transposed to right hand side, it will be plus x plus 6. This minus 6, when it will be transposed to this side, it will be plus 6. And this plus 5, when it will be transposed to this side, it will be minus 5. So, minus 15x plus 12, it will be equal to minus 3x, that is equal to 29. 29 plus 6. 29 plus 6, what it will be equal to? It will be 35 minus 5. So, it will be minus 3x, that is equal to 35 minus 5, that is equal to 30. Now, I need to get the value of x variable. So, it will be minus x is equal to 30 divided by 3. So, that is equal to 10. Now, I want the answer of x. Here I am getting minus x. So, plus x or x will be equal to minus 10. So, dear children, you can see I have calculated the value of x as minus 10. Now, after solving this, I need to verify my result also. That is, I need to put the value of this variable x as minus 10 on both the sides. That is on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side. So, let us see the verification part now. Now, we got the value of the variable x as minus 10. Firstly, I am going to put this value in left hand side, on left hand side. I am going to solve left hand side, so I am putting x is equal to minus 10 on this, in this left hand side. So it will be 5 minus 3, 5 bracket minus 10 plus 2. So what it will be equal to? It will be 5 minus 3, 5 into minus 10, it will be minus 50 plus 2. After that it will be 5 minus 3 bracket minus 50 plus 2, it will be equal to minus 48. Now further it will be equal to 5 minus minus, it will be plus 3 into 48, it will be 144, and 5 plus 144, it will be equal to 149. So left hand side is equal to 149. Let us see now whether after putting x is equal to minus 10 on the right hand side, will I be getting 149 or not. So I am solving now right hand side. So right hand side I am going to solve now. Right hand side is equal to 4, 7 minus 3x plus 1. Now 4, 7 minus 3 into minus 10 plus 1. As we are supposed to put x is equal to minus 10. So that is further equal to 7 minus minus, it will be plus 3 into 10 is 30 plus 1. Further it will be equal to 4, 37 plus 1. So I need to multiply this 4 by 37, and that will be equal to 148 plus 1, and finally I am getting answer as 149. So dear children, you have seen that is 149 is the answer after solving right hand side. So left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence verification is done, hence verified. So like this you are supposed to do the questions. Now coming to the main topic of today's lecture, I am going to discuss some more applications, or I will be discussing some more word problems. Let us start this topic with the help of an example. The example I am taking is, the digits of a 2-digit number differ by 3. The digits of a 2-digit number of a 2-digit number differ by 3. If the digits are interchanged, if I will be interchanging the digits and the resulting number is added to the original number, we get 143. What can be the original number? We are supposed to find the original number. I am repeating the question. The question is, the digits of a 2-digit number differ by 3. If the digits are interchanged and the resulting number is added to the original number, we get 143. What can be the original number? Now, dear children, first of all, to understand this question, I need to discuss a very small concept. That is, if I write any number, say I am writing 65. So how this number is being formed? This is the digit at ones place or units place. This everyone knows. And this is the digit at tens place. So the digit at tens place is being multiplied by 10, and the digit at ones place is being multiplied by 1. The digit at tens place is being multiplied by 10, and the digit at ones place is being multiplied by 1, and that is how I am getting the number 65. If I need to interchange the digits, it means the digit at ones place will be now at tens place, and the digit at tens place will be now at ones place. It means I am talking about the number 56. Now what I have done? I have interchanged the digits. Now the number will be like, it will be 5 into 10 plus 6 into 1. So what I have done? I have interchanged these two digits. Earlier the digit at ones place was 5 and the digit at tens place was 6. Now I got the number as 65. That is how I got the number, by multiplying the digit at tens place by 10 and by multiplying the digit at ones place by 1. That is how I am getting the number. If I need to interchange the digits, it means this 5 will be now at tens place and this 6 will be now at ones place. So the number will be 56. Now this 5 is to be multiplied by 10 and this 6 is to be multiplied by 1. So this is equal to 56. This is a very small concept that is to be understood before moving to this question. Now I am going to discuss the solution of this example which I am discussing. Now I am taking the digit at units place is B. Let digit at units place is equal to B. Now it is written the digits of a two-digit number differ by 3. So what will be the digit at ones place? Now the digit at ones place, sorry, it will be tens place. Now the digit at tens place will be equal to B plus 3. So the digit of a two-digit number differ by 3. I have taken the digit at units place or ones place as B. Now the digit at tens place will be B plus 3. Now as we have made the number by multiplying the digit at tens place by 10 and by multiplying the digit at units place by 1, so I will be forming the original number. Now the original number will be equal to, I am multiplying the digit at tens place by 10, that is 10 into B plus 3 plus, now I am multiplying the digit at units place or ones place by 1, so it will be 1 into B or B into 1. So this is my original number. So the original number is, I am writing it again, original number is equal to 10 into B plus 3 plus 1 into B. So it will be 10 into B, it will be 10B plus 10 into 3, it will be 30 plus B. So it will be 11B plus 30. So this is my original number. Now it is written if the digits are interchanged. As I told you, the digit at tens place, now I am going to interchange the digits. Now digit at units place will be equal to B plus 3. Earlier I have taken it B, and digit at tens place will be equal to B. Earlier I have taken it B plus 3. So now after interchanging the digits, what will be my number? So I am multiplying the digit at tens place by 10. So new number will be equal to 10 into B. The digit at tens place will be multiplied by 10 and the digit at units place or ones place will be multiplied by 1. So the new number will be 10B plus B plus 3, that is equal to 11B plus 3. So this is my original number and 11B plus 3 is my new number. So now let us talk about the next statement. It is written, if the digits are interchanged, we have interchanged the digits, and the resulting number is added to the original number. If I am adding this new number to the original number, I will be getting 143. So this is how now I am going to add these two numbers, and I will be putting it equal to 143. Now according to question, I need to add both the numbers. So it will be 11b plus 30. This is my original number, plus 11b plus 3, and they add up to 143. This is the condition given to us. Now I am adding 11b plus 11b. It will be 22b plus 30 plus 3. It will be 33. That is equal to 143. So it will be 22b equal to 143 minus 33. Now 22b is equal to 143 minus 33. It will be 110. Now b will be equal to 110 divided by 22. So that is equal to 5. So the value of b is 5. Now the digit at units place we have taken as b, so that is equal to 5. Now the digit at tens place. So units digit is equal to b, that is equal to 5. Now tens digit will be, or the digit at tens place will be equal to b plus 3. So that is equal to 5 plus 3, that is equal to 8. So what will be the number? The original number is 85. How I have got the number? I have multiplied the digit at tens place by 10. So that will be 80. Plus the digit at units place will be multiplied by 1. So that will be 1 into 5. That will be 5. So it will be 85. So this is my original number. Now after interchanging the digits, what will be my number? 58. If I am adding these two numbers, 85 and 58, I am getting 143. So this is the verification part. I hope, dear children, you have understood this question. Now, dear children, I am going to discuss NCERT exercise 2.3 questions, and these will be your classwork questions. So along with these questions, or along with the homework questions, you are supposed to complete these classwork questions also in your homework notebooks. Let us talk about till question number 5 we have discussed in the previous lecture. Now I am going to discuss question number 6 of this exercise 2.3. Question number 6 is, as for all the questions, we are supposed to solve the following equations and we are supposed to verify our result also. So question number 6 is 8x. It is 8x. This is question number 6. 8x plus 4 is equal to 3x minus 1 plus 7. So I am solving both the sides simultaneously. So it will be 8x plus 4 is equal to, this 3 is to be multiplied by x, so it will be 3x, minus this 3 is to be multiplied by 1, so it will be minus 3, plus 7. I have not multiplied this 7 by 3 because it is outside the bracket. Now I am keeping the variable part on the left hand side. So it will be 8x. Now this 3x, when it will be transposed to left hand side, it will be minus 3x. That is equal to minus 3 plus 7. It will be 4. And this, when this 4 will be transposed to this side, it will be minus 4. So it will be 5x is equal to 0. So x will be equal to 0. So I am getting the value of x as 0. Now I need to verify my result. So I am doing the verification part. So firstly I am putting the value on the left hand side. Left hand side is 8x plus 4. As x is 0, so 8 into 0 plus 4. 8 into 0, it will be 0 plus 4. So I am getting left hand side answer as 4. Talking about right hand side answer, or I'm solving right hand side. Right hand side is 3x minus 1 plus 7, that is equal to 3, 0 minus 1 plus 7. So it will be equal to, this 0 is to be multiplied by, this 3 is to be multiplied by 0 as well as by minus 1. So it will be 3 into 0, that will be 0, minus 3 into 1, it will be minus 3 plus 7, and that will be equal to minus 3 plus 4, sorry, minus 3 plus 7, that will be equal to 4. So you can see left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence verified. So our result, that is x is equal to 0, is correct, as we have done the verification part also. Now I am going to discuss question number 8. Question number 8 is 2x by 3 plus 1, that is equal to 7x by 15 plus 3. This is question number 8 of exercise 2.3. Now, dear children, you are supposed to keep this variable part on the one side. I am keeping it on the left hand side. So 2x by 3 minus, when this will be transposed to this side, left hand side, it will be minus 7x by 15 is equal to 3. This is plus 1. When it will be transposed to right hand side, it will be minus 1. Now, I am going to take the LCM of 3 and 15. That will be 15. Now, I am solving this. It will be 10x minus 7x is equal to 2. Now, after that, 10x minus 7x, it will be 3x by 15. That is equal to 2. Now, what will be x? X will be equal to, this will be multiplied by this, cross multiplied by this. So, it will be 2 into 15 divided by 3. So, these two get cancelled out. So, the value of x will be 10. So, what is the value of x we are getting? Value of x is 10. Or there is another way to solve this question. You can take the LCM here on the left hand side and LCM can be taken on the right hand side, and then these can be cross multiplied. That is another way, or this way you can also do. So we are getting the value of x as 10 and we are going to verify this value also. So putting the value of this x is equal to 10 on the left hand side as well as on the right hand side. Now I am solving left hand side. We got the value of x as 10. So I am putting this value on both the sides. It will be 2 into 10 divided by 3 plus 1. So it will be 20 by 3 plus 1. I need to take the LCM. 3 will be the LCM. So it will be 20 plus 3. That is equal to 23 by 3. So after solving left hand side, I am getting the answer as 23 by 3. I am solving right hand side here on this side. Let us see now. Right hand side I am solving. Right hand side is 7x over 15 plus 3. I am putting x as 10. So it will be 7 into 10 divided by 15 plus 3. So 70 by 15 plus 3. So I am going to take the LCM. The LCM will be 15. So it will be 70 plus 45. What it will be equal to? 115 divided by 15. 115 divided by 15. So that will be equal to 23 by 3. So you can see after putting the value of x as 10 on both the sides, that is left hand side and right hand side, I am getting the same answer, hence verified. Now I am going to discuss the homework solutions of exercise 2.2 from question number 11 till question number 16 I gave you as homework. So I am going to discuss question number 11. Question number 11 says, Baichung's father is 26 years younger than Baichung's grandfather. Baichung's grandfather. And 29 years older than Baichung. The sum of the ages of all the three is 135 years. The sum of the ages of all three is given to us as 135 years. What is the age of each one of them? I am repeating the question. The question is, Baichung's father is 26 years younger than Baichung's grandfather and 29 years older than Baichung. The sum of the ages of all the three is 135 years. What is the age of each one of them? Now, I am going to solve this question. I am taking Baichung's grandfather's age, Baichung's father's age as X. So, let Baichung's father's age I am taking as X years. So what will be the age of Baichung's grandfather? As it is written in the question, Baichung's father is 26 years younger than Baichung's grandfather. But I have taken Baichung's father's age as X years. So what will be the age of Baichung's grandfather? Baichung's grandfather's age will be equal to X plus 26. Now, what will be the age of Baichung? Now, I have written the ages of all three. That is, Baichung's father's age, I have taken X years. So, grandfather's age will be X plus 26 years. And Baichung's age will be X minus 29. So, and next statement that is given to us is the sum of all the ages of all the three is 135 years. So, what will be the equation? The equation will be, according to question, it will be X. I am adding the ages of all three. It will be X plus 26 plus X minus 29, that is equal to 135 years. So, this is X plus X plus X. It will be 3X plus 26 minus 29, it will be minus 3, that is equal to 135. So, it will be 3X is equal to 135 plus 3. It will be 135 plus 3, that is equal to 138. We got 3X is equal to 138. So, what will be the value of X? X is equal to 138 divided by 3, that will be 46. This X is Baichung's father's age. So, Baichung's father's age is 46. Baichung's grandfather's age, will be equal to X plus 26, that is equal to 46 plus 26, that is equal to 72 years. Now, what will be the age of Baichung? Baichung's age we have taken as X minus 29. So, that will be equal to 46 minus 29, that is equal to 17 years. So, I hope, dear children, this question is clear to you. Now, I am going to discuss question number 14. Lakshmi is a cashier in a bank. She has currency notes of denominations rupees 100, rupees 50 and rupees 10 respectively. The ratio of the number of these notes is 2:3:5. The total cash with Lakshmi is given to us as rupees 4 lakhs. How many notes of each denomination does she have? The ratio of the numbers of notes is being given to us, and she has the denominations of rupees 100, rupees 50 and rupees 10. The total cash is given to us as rupees 4 lakh, and we are supposed to find how many notes of each denominations does she have. So, what will be the solution? Number of rupees 100 notes is equal to, as the ratios are given, so it will be 2x. Number of rupees 50 notes is equal to 3x. Number of rupees 5 10 number of rupees 10 notes will be equal to 5x. So it will be 2x, 3x and 5x. Number of 100 rupees notes will be 2x. Number of 50 rupees note, it will be 3x. Number of 10 rupees note, it will be 5x. Now, what will be the amount? I need to first find out the amount and then put it equal to, and their sum will be equal to this total amount, that is 4 lakh rupees. Now, amount of rupees 100 notes. How many notes I have? Total of 100 rupees 2x, but the amount will be this 100 into 2x, that will be equal to 200x. This will be the amount. Similarly, amount of rupees 50 notes. Why I need to find the amount? Because total amount is with us. So it will be 50 into 3x, because the ratio is 3x. So it will be 150x. Now amount of rupees 10 notes, that will be equal to 10 into 5x, that will be equal to rupees 50x. And I need to add these to get and put it equal to this 4 lakh. So according to question, it will be 200x plus 150x. We have calculated the amount, plus 50x, and it is equal to total of 4 lakhs. This is the total amount given to us. Now, adding these 200 plus 150 plus 50, it will be 400x, that is equal to 4 lakh. Now what will be the value of x? It will be 4 lakh. 4 lakhs divided by 400. These two get cancelled out. So you will be getting the value of x as 1000 rupees. So this is equal to x as 1000. Now we need to find out how many notes of each denomination does she have, because their ratios were with us. So finding the number of notes. So number of rupees 100 notes, what it will be equal to? 2x, that is equal to 2 into 1000. This was the ratio. So it will be 2000. So it will be equal to 2000. Similarly, we are going to find number of rupees 50 notes, that will be equal to 3x. This was the ratio. So it will be 3 into 1000. So it will be 3000. Now number of rupees 10 notes, that will be equal to 5x, that is equal to 5 into 1000, that will be 5000. So this is how you are supposed to solve these questions. Now this is the homework, dear children. You are supposed to complete exercise 2.3 as you must have completed till question number 1 to 5. Now along with the classwork questions, you are supposed to complete till question number 10. 2 questions I have discussed in the class. Rest 3 questions you can do on your own. So you are supposed to complete exercise 2.3 from question number 6 to question number 10. Question number 6 to question number 10. Now, apart from this exercise 2.3, you are supposed to complete question number 1 to question number 5 of exercise 2.4 in your homework notebooks. So, I hope, dear children, you have understood all the concepts, and on the basis of those concepts, you will be capable enough to solve these two exercises questions. That's all for today. Thank you so much.